Get comfortable with English and comfort. This is your English listening practice podcast to help you learn and improve naturally.
You know, a lot of people tell me they want to learn English, but they just can't seem to find the time.
It feels like you need to set aside a big block of time to study, and that's just not possible for many people.
You're right. But what if you could improve your English every day without even really trying? I think finding a simple morning routine that works for you is the best way to do that.
A daily morning routine sounds so much better than stressing out. It's a way to start your day with a little bit of comfort and a little bit of learning all at the same time.
That's right. By the way, I'm Emily.
And I'm Liam.
This is English and Comfort, the place where you can learn English while you relax, lie down, or even while you sleep. No pressure, no stress, just real English.
Today, we're going to talk about a simple daily morning routine that helps you naturally improve your English in a fun and easy way.
So get comfortable, grab your tea, and let's get started on our morning routine.
So, Emily, you mentioned that a simple morning routine can help people learn English. But how do you actually fit English into your morning? It sounds like it could take a lot of time.
That's a great question, Liam. And you're right. It's easy to think it will take forever. But for me, the secret is to focus on practicing all 4 skills in a very simple way.
The 4 skills?
Yeah, I mean reading, listening, speaking, and writing. These are the 4 main ways we use any language.
But can you really practice all of those in the morning? What if you have to go to work and you're really busy? That sounds like a lot to do before you even start your day.
It's not that complicated, I promise. The key is not to do a lot all at once. The key is to be consistent. By consistent, I just mean doing something regularly, maybe for a short time every day. Think of it like this. It's much better to drink a small glass of water many times throughout the day to stay healthy than to drink a giant bucket of water at once.
The same with English. It's much better to practice for 20 minutes every day than to practice for 2 hours just one day a week. That small, regular practice helps your brain remember things better and build a habit. It keeps English fresh in your mind. And we will show you how simple it can be to break down that 20 minutes.
Let's start with the first habit you can add to your morning routine to improve your English. This is something you can do right after you wake up, while you're still in bed. And that is to read a short text in English. It could be a short article from the news, or a blog post you find interesting, or even just one page from a book.
That's a great idea because you don't feel overwhelmed with a long, difficult text. And it's so easy to find things to read online.
Exactly. The point is to read something you actually enjoy. And as you read, you're doing so many good things for your English. You're seeing new words and new sentence structures. Even if you don't stop to look up every single word in a dictionary, your brain is still quietly learning them.
And because it's in the morning, your mind is still fresh, which makes it easier to focus and learn. So, it's just a few minutes of reading, but it gives you a big boost for your vocabulary.
Also, it's so easy to just skip the new word when you read, but a really great habit to add to this is to check for its meaning. When you find a new word, take a moment to look it up.
Oh, right. It's such a simple action, but it makes your learning so much more active. You're not just reading, you're engaging with the language.
But you don't have to look up every single word. Just pick one or two that look interesting. You can use your phone to quickly find the meaning, or maybe you write it down in a small notebook to check later. It's a really great way to build your vocabulary.
So, just by doing this one simple habit, reading a short text and checking one or two new words, you are already practicing your reading skill every single day.
All right, so we've covered the first daily habit. Now let's move on to the next part of your morning routine. Listen to something in English while you're preparing your breakfast, eating or drinking your coffee.
So the next habit, focus on listening.
Exactly. It's so easy to just have something in your native language to listen to. But with a simple switch, switching from your native language to English, you can start your English listening practice for the day.
You can listen to anything you like. Maybe it's a podcast like ours, or an audiobook you're interested in, or even a short news report in English. The key benefit here is that you're training your ears to get used to the sounds of English. You might not understand every single word, but your brain is still working to catch the rhythm and the flow of the language.
And because your mind isn't fully focused on it, it's a very natural way to improve your English comprehension without any stress. You can just enjoy your breakfast and let the language wash over you. So it is a really fantastic way to improve your English and practice your listening skills every day simply by doing something you already do. What kind of things do you like to listen to, Liam?
For me, I really like podcasts about mysterious things. You know, old stories or strange events that don't have a clear answer. I find that really interesting to listen to while I'm getting my morning coffee.
That's interesting. I'm a bit different, actually. I love listening to self-improvement topics and motivational stories.
Oh, really? That's a good way to start the day.
Yes. Especially in the morning, it just gives me some kind of motivation and helps me start the day on a positive note. It's like a little mental boost.
That sounds so good. So, different topics for different people. And that's the great thing about this habit. You can listen to anything you love.
Absolutely. And we would love to hear from our dear listeners. What kind of things do you like to listen to? Tell us in the comments below. Share your interests to give others ideas for their own English listening practice. All right, the next habit is about speaking. You know, it seems to be the hardest part for many learners, but I don't know why. I truly think it's actually the easiest to practice. You just have to speak.
That's a good point, Emily. But maybe some people find it hard because speaking to yourself feels a bit awkward, especially when English is not your first language. And you listen to yourself making many mistakes and your pronunciation is off, so you just stop.
Well, that feeling is totally normal, I agree. But if you really want to learn and improve, you need to make speaking a daily habit. Even if you make many mistakes, keep speaking. You can do it whenever you're alone and have a chance. Whether you are brushing your hair, looking in the mirror, making a sandwich, or just walking, talk to yourself.
Even if it can be really discouraging to hear yourself get it wrong, you have to push past that feeling. You have to remember that making a mistake is not a failure. It's a part of learning. It's like a baby learning to walk. They fall down many, many times, but they don't stop. They just get up and try again.
That's a great way to think about it. If you speak every day, even if it is wrong, you will see improvements. Your mouth and your brain will get used to forming the words. The more you do it, the more natural it will become. So we agree that practicing speaking every day is crucial. But how can we actually do it in the morning, especially if we're alone? Well, the easiest way is to simply talk to yourself about what you're doing. It's a fantastic way to practice, and it doesn't take any extra time from your morning. Just try to describe your actions in English. For example, when I wake up, I might say to myself, I am making my coffee. I am pouring the water. Now I am adding the sugar. Just use the words you already know.
Or another really powerful method is shadowing, which means repeating after what you listen to. Listen to something in English for about 5 to 10 minutes. It could be a podcast, an audiobook, or even a short video. Then, imitate exactly what you hear. Pause each time and then repeat their words. Try to copy their pronunciation, tone, and even their rhythm and speed. This trains your mouth and your brain to produce sounds and sentences in a very natural way.
These habits are simple, easy, and very effective for your English speaking practice. All right, so we've talked about reading, listening, and speaking. The next habit is about writing. You can do it whenever you get the chance, and it's a great way to reinforce what you've learned.
That's right. Writing is the best way to put all the other skills together. Our next habit is to just write down in English your thoughts, new words, new phrases you learned, or even your goals.
It doesn't have to be long. You can use a small notebook, a sticky note on your computer, or even your phone's notes app. Just write a few sentences about your day, or a new word you learned while reading, or a phrase you heard while listening.
It really helps you remember everything. When you write something down, your brain works in a different way, and it makes the information stick better in your memory.
This simple habit helps you practice all 4 skills. You're reading the words you write, you're thinking about how to write them, and you're getting ready to use them when you speak.
That's right. Just a few minutes of writing every day can make a huge difference in your English fluency. It's a simple, easy habit that you can add to your morning routine.
So, we've talked about all these wonderful habits you can add to your morning routine. Now, let's put it all together into a simple plan you can follow every day.
That's right. This is an easy 5-step plan that you can do in about 20 to 30 minutes, or even less every day. Pause the video and take notes if you want.
First, when you wake up, read something in English. Open your phone, read a short article from the news or a blog post, or grab a book and read a page. Even just 1 page is enough to get your brain ready.
Next, while you're reading, look for 2 or 3 new words that you don't know. Quickly check the meaning and write them down in a notebook or on your phone's notes app to remember them better.
Then, while you're making your breakfast or drinking your coffee, listen to a podcast, an audiobook, or even the radio in English. Just listen and let the sounds of English wash over you.
Next, take about 10 minutes to speak aloud. You can talk to yourself about what you're doing, or you can practice shadowing what you hear in the podcast. Shadowing is really one of the best ways to practice speaking.
And finally, write in English. It could be a few sentences about your day, or just the new words you learned.
Did you see? It's a simple routine, and by the end of it, without noticing, you've already made great progress in your English for the day. But there's one more thing that is the absolute secret to making this routine work. It's the most important rule of all.
And what is it?
Well, we've already said it. You need to be consistent. This means doing it every day, even for just 5 minutes a day. But the main thing is that you do not stop. The little habits we talked about, they only work if you do them regularly. You're building a habit, and habits need to be consistent.
That's such a great point. Even on days when you feel tired or busy, just doing one or two of the steps for a few minutes is better than doing nothing at all.
Right? It's better to read one paragraph or listen to 1 minute of a podcast every single day than to do 2 hours of practice once a month. That consistency is how your brain remembers and how you truly improve your English.
And that brings us to the end of our episode on the best simple daily morning routine to improve your English.
We've walked you through a 5-step plan that covers reading, listening, speaking, and writing, all in a chill and easy way. And remember, the secret to making it work is consistency, even for just a few minutes a day.
We really hope this gives you a great way to start your day on a positive note. It's all about those small, daily habits that add up to big results over time.
We'd love to hear from you. Which habit from the routine will you try first? Will you start by reading an article or listening to a podcast? Tell us in the comments below.
For more practical English listening and speaking practice, useful tips, and episodes designed to improve your English fluency, please make sure to subscribe to English in Comfort wherever you listen to podcasts.
Thank you for letting us be a part of your learning journey. Keep practicing, keep improving, and take care, everyone.